Hello. This is going to be a video on all my add-ons. I wasn't sure if I wanted to break up each add-on into its own video. I kind of feel like that's still a good idea, but I think it could be just as efficient if I make a video with all my add-ons in one video, and then the description have like for this add-on go to this time, and have it just be clickable. I have a lot of people always asking about my add-ons, what add-ons I have. And I used to have a Google Doc for all of them, but that was a year ago. I don't really update it. Has a few of my macros, it's not really up to date, and I just want to show like all my add-ons, how they work, and how effective they are in a much look there, this is how it is kind of thing, instead of being like, hey, use this link, get this add-on. Alright, so let's see, my first add-on I'm going to ABC order is hashtag DOD3, hashtag D303 fix. This fixed a lot of problems with time. Mainly that's what I had it with. The time was never right, and you can reset it and stuff. It's not a major add-on. Just helps with time, so that's the first thing I'm going to have. Next one is called awsmdropdown. This is something I don't really recommend. It's very specific per add-on if you need it. That's what it's called. Let's see, so for instance, well, I don't have this add-on updated, so I guess I can't. Wait, yes I can. This is what it is. It lets this drop-down menu happen. And yeah, certain add-ons will need to call for it, so if you have an add-on that says, hey, it works with awsmdropdown, you can get it. Most likely you don't need it, but sometimes you will need it with certain add-ons. I don't have add-ons that need it for the add-on to work. The third add-on I have is called Add-on Manager. Just very convenient. That's all it's called, Add-on Manager. This is what it is. This little square right here. It has basically all the add-on buttons in one little area. Most of the add-on buttons, not all of them. It has a nice little manager in here. Shows you most of your add-ons. You can like see for AI. You can see how it's going in it. Watch right here, bottom right. You can see how it's showing up. Now it's not showing. Pretty good, nice. With Add-on Manager, for most of the add-ons, you just click the button, it'll bring up that particular add-on's frame. It's really nice, it keeps it handy, so you don't always have to like know, say you forget a slash command slash DN as daily notes. Say you forget what that is, you can just go in the manager, click the button, get the same screen. Super nice. So most of the add-ons are from Curse. I hopefully will get around to linking each add-on. So that's Add-on Manager, what it is in a nutshell. And this is like a necessity add-on, Advanced Auction House. So basically, if you don't have Advanced Auction House, you have a super default, lame, vanilla auction house, and it doesn't allow for a lot of the cool things that Advanced Auction House has. There's a lot more customizable features in the filters. The searching it's more crisp. It lets you search what you want, and I'll just show you what it looks like. I have portable auction house, so I can see from wherever. I don't think this isn't available in Europe. I don't think you can have portable auction house, but there might be portable bank. I'm not sure, but this is what advanced auction house is. Got tons of filters, and you can see you can add so many filters into what you want. So like, say you want a stat, Manstone tier 5, and we want a, I don't know, we want a, that was fast B high, say hi to fast B. Say we want a stat, but we don't know the name. We want like a strength stam. So we're looking through all Manstone tier 5s, and we're looking for any stat that has strength and stamina on it. Here they are, simple. You can also use, the modifiers like 0, clean if you're looking for clean stones. Simply just $0. That's 0. All the cleans you can buy, sort them by price. Cheapest 4.8. See, that's that. I think I haven't used the default auction house in a long time, but this is a little different. I'm pretty sure this is different. Not sure what's different, but in case you don't know it, just put an item in here. Oh, this was for when you could put up diamonds, or you could put up gold for diamonds in the auction house. They disabled that a few months ago. So anyway, you put this up, Just type in the price you want. This is the starting price, so people can bid on the item. Go to the buyout, and people can buy the item for 100 gold, or price per unit. I want 100 per 1 dagger, so total cost that. So that's how you use that. You can put a duration, but I don't see. I always use 3. I'd like to put it in for like a month if I could, but you can't. You can also see the history of this item. Very nice, very nice. Let's just see what they've sold for. Holy moly, 3 mil. You can also see price history on here, but you will only get mana stone tier 5s in here. You won't see like only your filters in here. It'd be cool if you can add a filter into here, but it's not how it works. You can see all the mana stones sold in here. Yeah, and the price they went for. So that's advanced auction house. Let's go into the next one, which is advanced magic box. Okay, this is, I do not get this. I mean, it lets you have, okay, basically this is how your magic arcane transmuter looks like. You have 5 slots, but the way Rune Waker made the transmuter look, by the way, that's what it is. This is, they made it you know when you get a random extractor, you come up with this new screen. There's only 3, but if it was a regular one, there'd be a slot here and a slot here. They actually, I think this is what happened. They made this happen. The second slot here, which was invisible if you have the regular one. This just makes it visible. So there's 5 extra slots here of backspace. I don't use the backspace anymore. So if I just was like, I need 10 extra spaces, I could hide stuff in here, you know. But hear me out here. If you lose items in these 5 slots, there is no recovering them. Don't you dare submit a ticket to support and be like, hey, I lost these items in these slots that I got by having this item. You won't get those items back. Support won't help you at all. So this is why I don't recommend it. I don't even know why I still have it. I don't even use them for the slots anymore. I guess just cause. Well, I had a lot of add-ons just cause, but anyway. That's what that is. Extra spaces if you like to have a whole horde of shit. ASBW. This is a German-made add-on. ASBW. That's all it is. And it is this little blue John right here. Basically what it says, removes useless buffs. There is a German version and there is an English version. I got the English version. Someone translated it. I'll see if I can find out the exact link for the English version. So what this does is, let's see, I have Fireward and Rogue Mage. Let's see this here. Okay, I'll take off this. Alright, you see your buffs up here? Or if you don't have this add-on, you'll just watch your buffs. There is a limit to how many buffs you can have, and that limit is 40. And once you start hitting after that 40 mark, buffs will just start pushed off. So like say you have a food buff on, and then you're popping your buffs, and the last buff you hit is 40, the 41st buff. It'll just knock a random buff off of your buffs, and then you'll be left with the other buff for a burn, anything like that. So you always want to keep your buffs maxed at 40. You never want them to go overboard. But there are skills that people use, like Fireward for instance. Boom. Where is it? See how it increases resistance by 10 points for 10 minutes? The problem is that you don't need that as a rogue. So, see, boom, there's an extra buff you don't need as a rogue. Or for any class that doesn't need it. I don't need that, and I don't want to take the risk of going over 40 buffs and then having a buff that I actually need to be pushed off. So, we go into ASBW. What you do first is you type in a profile like YouTube, new profile. See, it'll make it a profile. Let's just go to hi YouTube. And then from here, delete that. And we don't want Fireward anymore. Fireward. Hit enter. Now look, it finds the buff. Right click the buff, then right click, hit add. Then on your list here you'll see it. This buff is now here. Now anytime it's put on you, it will be automatically taken off. But it didn't take it off yet because it doesn't refresh the buffs it's looking at until you use a skill. So from the moment I use a skill, it'll refresh and notice, hey, there's Fireward, takes it off. Nice, isn't that nice? So now, anytime I put it on, gets taken off immediately. Anytime. Be careful though, not all firewards have the same ID. I'm pretty sure there are different firewards, individual buffs. Well, pretty sure, but there are different buffs for different skills. So say like I have one skill that has an ID of 100,000, and then for someone's elite skill, they need a different ID for that elite skill, and that ID is 200,000. So make sure you're getting the right fireward or whatever debuff or buff you want off. Just make sure, just put all of them in there, because there might be more than one fireward. Just put all 3 firewards in there. What's the matter? So I'm gonna delete this profile actually. We're gonna go back to bleeding. We're gonna add this back. Okay, so that's ASBW. Highly recommended for people who burn, guilds that burn. Next add-on I have is called Auto Accept Invitations. It does what it says, and that is this button right here. You can go AFK and turn it on by right-clicking. No, where's my button? Oh, right here. This is the button for this. The button to open the menu. So we just right-click on it. Now, anytime anybody invites me, I would just automatically be accepted. So maybe I can get a guildie to invite me to party. Maybe someone else has it. Also, what this does is that if you have it, and anybody who has it and they have it enabled, if you type farm, see, like, I just got invited and automatically accepted. So this is good for people who are farming like easy modes, and it will also pass leads like this, back and forth, back and forth. She has lead, I have lead, until you turn it off. If you're both inviting, if I've auto accept and she has auto accept, and they're both turned on, we'll just keep passing lead, because that's what it does. So this is good for people who want to go farm instances, like easy mode and farm stats. If I want to go into Dungeons and Atlantis and farm mementos, I can just easily invite whoever, like Fastby here, and hers will be automatically accepted. Walk into instance, kill whatever I need for mementos, walk back out, drop party, re-invite her, and she automatically invites. There are other features of this. It will automatically activate after however many minutes. I usually have that on to help out whoever wants to farm in the guild. You can also type farm in the guild chat usually, and that person with AI on will see the farm text and they will invite you to party and then give you leader, which is really nice. You can tell the guild that you're invitable, so it'll say, hey, I'm available, type farm to be invited, and they'll give you leader. But again, after leaving, self-explanatory. You can leave the group after 60 minutes. I haven't seen a purpose for this though, so I always leave these 3 unchecked, because say that we're clearing a new instance and I need to go AFK for the night, and so we're done running, but we need to hold our progress. Make sure you turn them all off, because if you're holding the last one holding the party, you'll leave group after 60 minutes and you'll lose all your progress. So make sure, if you need that, leave it on, but I just don't leave it. I don't leave any 3 of these on, just this one to help out the guildies, and I'm turning it off. So next, auto ride. This is an add-on not a lot of people know about. And this auto ride, this add-on's pretty cool. It's nifty. Essentially, just you invite somebody to ride if they have this add-on, and they'll just automatically accept the ride and invite. So I know there's a button for it, isn't there? I don't remember what it looks like. I know it's in here somewhere. Auto ride, boom. Okay. So if someone invites you to a ride amount, you know, it's always annoying hitting yes, and this just makes it so fast. Just click on their name, right click, invite to ride, and boom, they're on it. They need to have this add-on though, so the person who has the add-on will automatically accept all ride invites. Like the screen shows, you'll automatically be on guild mounts, friend mounts. You can accept everybody, but you know, if you have this on and you accept everybody, you can just be trolled and brought anywhere if you're AFK, so I leave it off. This is the cool part about it is that if someone is around you and you're around like a whole group of people and you know you just want to quickly be like, hey, get a ride, just type in this word right here. You can type a text, you can change it to whatever you want, and you'll just automatically get invited. It's really cool. That person needs to have the add-on as well for it to be able to call the taxi. So I type in taxi. If nobody has the add-on, I won't get invited. But if someone does have the add-on and they're writing them out, you will get invited. Fuck my English. So that add-on is very cool, very handy, it's very nice. Move on to the next add-on, bag search. This is a part of what I have heard tons of add-ons doing. I don't know what it's called, but like boom, right here. Lets you search through all 6 slots of your bag. I think it lets you do this too, and it even lets you search your bank box. But it doesn't search into this for some reason, to this slot. So self-explanatory, say I'm looking for like a food. I don't know, any food, like fish. Okay, there it is. It's none of these are highlighted right now, but this tab is. Oh look, there's where my fish hides. That easy. It's awesome. Works in here too. It'd be like stone. Oh, what? S stone. Okay, so here are all my puries. There's also something in here. Also a purified stone. It's really nice. It's awesome. Works exactly what I wanted when I used to have like pool bags all the time. Next add-on, character plan. This is like the biggest add-on. That's what it's called. /CP, where there's a button in the add-on manager. This is the coolest add-on for wanting to see how gear turns out. Alright? You click in here, it has almost every piece of gear in the game. So basically you can preview what you look like. See your stats, it shows your stats. Now it changes the stats to match this. You can come in here, you can add plussing to it, you can add tiers, you can make it over Dura, you can add up to 6 stats, you can even search for stat names, be like, I don't know what the name of this is, dexterity, you don't need to type in the whole dexterity, physical attack, oh look at this, here's one. So what does my gear look like if I have all these stats on it? Just to fill this all up. 6-0, way to go guys. Oh cool, look, that's what it looks like, and look, oh boom, it has all my stats on here. You can even put in runes. I want a rune that does all attributes. Boom. Change the tier of the rune, tier 1. And that's what it'll look like. The thing to write the stat summary, that isn't with this add-on. But say you have this, and you want to copy it exactly. Copy stats 2, Masker Armor, has the same exact stats, but you need to plus it yourself, don't forget that. So that's what it'll look like, plussed. And over Dura. It's a lot of damage. Yeah, that's character plan. Super nice for people to get your gear. A lot of people don't know this. You can even add your pet in. That's nice. Super awesome add-on if you are curious about how you would look like if you statted like you wanted to. Stuff like that, and then you can save it, just save items, or you can rename it, and then make sure you log out safely, then you can just load the items, boom. Oh right, this was what I was doing. Okay, next, daily notes. This is great for leveling your account with dailies. Daily notes will automatically pick up quests and turn in quests. So let's go do a daily real quick. Don't crash, I'm at full screen, but it's Windows, so it's really weird. I'll see what zone I'm in. Yeah, so essentially, it lets you auto quest dailies and EOJs. So if you're leveling a secondary site or something, you can very easily just right click the NPC to accept it, because it automatically accepts, and then you do the quest. Once the quest is done, you right click the NPC and it's turned in automatically. It's super simple, that's all you do. And if for whatever reason you don't want to have it auto accept, you can just turn it off right in the window. So what I do in this zone is called always ready to rumble, and I don't have any galloping gales. I should have got them, but I didn't. So while we're driving here, I don't really have anything to say. Extended Fusion. Extended Fusion is the next add-on, but I'm not going to go into it because I don't know how to use it. It's all in German. But there are fusion things. It's like Extended Fusion, but look, this is all in German. I don't understand. Well, I really don't understand this add-on, honestly. I'm not a big. This is for if you want to make tier stones or something. Just use this. But see how my quest is done? Just right click it. See, it accepted my daily notes quest, but that's for my daily. You know, I don't really feel like doing it right now. You can see right here the XP, so it accepted my daily quest that will give me P tokens. But if I wanted to do EOJ, take that off. See how the EOJ is already checked? I just completed it. But I don't want it to do that. So that's what daily notes is. And for the fusion thing, I'm not going to explain it. It lets you, it'll do all the tier stones for you basically. You just have to have the materials and have the items. So you want to go and buy T5 items, and then you want to buy fusion stones, and then you hit start. And then it will combine them in here for you automatically and make your stones, take them out, put new ones in, stone, and then if you have 3 T5s, it'll put in there, make a T6. It'll do this all the way up to whatever, 3 tier 19, 1 tier 10, you know. It'll do that forever. Okay, so skipping extended fusion. Extra macro icons. This is a big thing for macro users. 1, it adds a whole slot down here. And 2, it lets you have huge add-ons. Or macros. I don't know, what's something that's huge I have? Like, say this, yeah, this was, without this add-on, the max limit is 255 characters. After this add-on, you can have 767 characters, so it makes it so you can have tons more shit in here, which is really great. My favorite add-on, by far. And it also enables you to have a bajillion more icons for add-ons for your macros. It's pretty sick. Custom add-on. That's alright. I had a guy who made an add-on for me for Champion Priest. Champion Priest is bugged, kind of, and you could spam heal. You could heal like 10 times in a second. It's pretty crazy. Next one, Instance Map Fix. For some reason, ROM doesn't work right with instances. When you're in an instance, you don't get it, but with this, you get to see the instance maps while in it. So it fixes ROM for itself, weird enough, right? Next add-on is called Invite Last Group. Simply right-click your name, look, Invite Last Group, click. You simply see the FastB was invited. You can save group so it won't save the group until after 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 3 minutes. It's sick, it's awesome. Definitely good if you're in a big raid and you're inviting lots of people. Next add-on is called Item Preview. And that is this. Every single item in the game is in here after you hit more. And go to settings, force refresh. I should change this. Yeah. So I need to refresh it because there's about 50,000 IDs in the game. 60,000. And make sure you force refresh it. Every single thing will be in here. It's like you need to find something. I can't show you it right now because unfortunately my item preview isn't shown off, but it'll show every single item. Every single different ID of an item. No, ancient mementos have different items, for instance. Did not know that. Huh. That's pretty cool. Okay, so after this we have item preview resizer. Item preview resizer. So you need a macro for this to work. It's around here somewhere. It's called view. Why am I blind? I thought it was in my bottom. It's in here somewhere. View, right here. So the cool thing about this, you use the macro and you get a big screen. But with this add-on, you can resize these screens. So I guess the easier way to show you would have been like, do I have anything I can equip? Control click on something, you can see it, but then you can resize the window. Pretty nice. I use it for taking screenshots and making wallpapers. Next we have loot history. This is a newer add-on that I have. I guess I can't really show it in here, but you see this little tab here? For every purple item, well, you can change it. I don't know if that's the command to call it. Yep. You have all these options. It'll follow your cursor. Yep, the new loot window opens directly with the mouse. Basically, why I use it is because in instances, it'll show all purple drops. Since I told it to only show purple drops, it'll show it right here with the whole name. I can hover over it, and it will show me what each person rolled on it, what each person passed, each person that greeted on it, what they rolled, what they greeted. There will be a little history of each thing in here showing that. So you'll know who got it, who rolled the highest, all that stuff. Good stuff for if you have a palm rotation in your guild, or some kind of rotation in your guild. It helps keep track of it. Keep in mind though, you need to be aware the loot is happening for it to update and have stuff like that. Because I can't be here and have Fastby be in like Grotto. I won't be able to see what she gets. So after that, we have an add-on called LOOTIT. It is a better version of Lootomatic. This has more options, less annoyances, there's tons of things. This is just better than Lootomatic if you have it. I'd update to this, change everything. It will automatically loot things off of mobs. You can have it set to loot everything. Or you can have it to like pick up a thing and then immediately drop it. See if we pick up an item and hover over that bag icon. We can do any of these options, make it all manual. We can need it. We can collect and need it. Or we can even collect and oh, trash. Okay, I don't really know. I think trashing, let's just see what happens when we put on trash. Okay, so it's on remove right now. So when I pick up an item, it should throw itself out. Guess not. Oh yeah, there we go. Cool. So you can do that with anything. You can have it auto pick up, activate runes, and just hold on to them. Stuff like that. I use it to automatically pick up and automatically knives. See, I have it collect and I have it to need. So whenever it shows up on the roll screen, I automatically need for it. And whenever I kill a boss, it'll automatically loot it for me. Macro Cooldowns is my next add-on. I stopped using it, but essentially it lets you modify an add-on to show the timer, so you can have a cooldown on your macros. Because what's a macro I have that has a cooldown? Alright, so right here for my AoE skill, Contrast Run and Phantom Stab. Boom. I just used both of them. Phantom Stab right there, you see? But you can't see the cooldown of Phantom Stab here. It's just a macro button. It just says cooling down. But you can have it set the macro to have an actual cooldown. I just stopped using it because I think the way you have to have it, you need to have it set in the macro. Say like, here's the cooldown in the macro, and once you press the button, the cooldown starts. But say you're spam clicking the button by accident, and you don't see it's on cooldown, it'll reset the timer, so that's why I stopped using it. It isn't based off the actual skill, it's based off when you click the macro. So say it has 30 seconds left, and you click the skill while 30 seconds are happening, it'll refresh it back to 2 minutes or however long you had it in the thing. Next thing is called mouse target. I think this is broken right now. The creator of this stopped, I don't know, making add-ons or something, or he stopped playing. But it was probably the best PvP add-on I ever had. So I'll see if I can get it to work. Enemy targeting by mouse over. Basically what it is, you mouse over anything while pressing another key and it will automatically target that. And you can edit the keys in here. Mouse target enemies, control numpad 3. So I think that's my middle mouse button. Is control mouse pad 3. So we're going to save that and see if it works. Yeah, I can't get it to work anymore. What would happen is that I'm holding down my control button and I'm pressing numpad 3, which is the middle mouse button. Hotkey to my middle mouse button, and what it would do here is it would automatically target that person. So like say you're in Siege, all you have to do is like hover over a bunch of people and spam click the key, because it's hard sometimes because people are lagging, they jump right around, it's hard to sometimes click on them. It's just easy to hover over and be like this. And when it used to work, it would work just like that, and it was amazing. But it needs some kind of an update. Next add-on is a custom add-on by a guildie I have. Blank-minded made this. It is to use this amulet when the buff stack amount, I probably can't make it show up. When this amulet goes off to buff stack 4, it'll use it if the target is a boss and it is missing HP. It will pop this, like say for a burn, I want it to pop when it's a 4 stack, so it's 4% extra P attack. You just don't notice these things when you're doing a burn, so he made this add-on for it, and it's really nifty, it's really nice. You can finally use that amulet. You finally can stock up and use it effectively. The next one I got here is called on-screen values. OSB. That's what this little thing is. It shows my physical damage, my P attack, my P crit, slash OSB. You can have it set. This also uses the awesome bars, by the way. See? You can have it set to whatever you want in here. And then you can have like your own name for it. You can see here, boom. It's right here. Whatever I added, resistance. It's just good for like seeing your burns, so you know how your P attack gets mid-burn. It's just, you know, it's nice. I don't know how to remove this now. Guess I'll right click on it, okay. Wait, what? I didn't hit save, did I? I don't know what I'm doing. I think I just broke it. I'll get after this video, fix it. Next, add-on PbInfo. That's what this is. It lets times happen in the chat frame. You can change how the times show up. Language of the add-on. Shows all this. It's pretty nifty. And what I use it for is it shows actual HP in my target. Dang it. It will show what 8,169 shows actual HP. I also use it for the threat meter, which is right here. I have it transparent, so it'll keep my show my threat. I don't use a quest tracker anymore, so let's just save that. Chat frame. It shows the level. Timestamp in the chat frame. Casting frame. I can move the casting frame. So like here's a skill. Whoops. What is a casting skill? I don't have poison anymore. Recall, of course. Where is recall? So we can use recall. And yeah, recall, move. Now I can move it. Simple as that. It's nice. Save. And that's what PbInfo is. It's pretty much necessary to play any kind of add-on ROM. Get PbInfo. I tell everybody get that. Next one is called Perlyous action bars. I think that's how you say it. Perlyous action bars. What it is you can see my action bars here and how they're all dimmed out. That's a part of it. You can also see that there are no names on any of my icons. That's a part of it. There's no more anchors like this anchor right here on my action bars. That is a part of it. The action bars come visible when you hover over each one. That's a part of it. And when you have a target, they all light up. That is also a part of it. And the frame for it is here. You can do all this stuff. This is exactly how mine set up. If you want to, mimic me when I just did, do anything. But it has a fade out timer, so look, they're all lit up. Now I let go, it fades out. You can turn it to 0. I just find right here good. You can hide the action bar drag anchors. I have them hidden. I have a lot of UI space, and this is me just minimizing it. Cool, that's what it is. It's really nifty. It makes it look a lot nicer. Quest helper. This is the best quest helper in the game. It'll make, you see this red area? That's what quest helper is. It shows you exactly where it is on the map. So if you're doing a quest and you're lost, use quest helper. Wait, did I turn this off? PbInfo. Quest tracker. What happens if I turn it on? Okay, this is the one I don't want. I don't even know what add-on this is. I'll click it on my quest log. Let's try this. Alright, well. Interesting. I don't know what add-on this is, unfortunately. So. Awesome. Well, I guess that's stuck here. So anyway, what was that? Quest tracker? Quest tracker's awesome, man. Fucking to-do list. This is all my quests I have. You can just tells you everything. Like right here, you can right click it, delay, so you can put it like for second, or you can put it to first. You can track it. It's awesome. This is just the coolest add-on, man. If you're leveling alts, this book here is awesome. For if I had something to kill something, it would tell me the exact position. It is the best quest. If you're questing in an old zone, it doesn't update immediately when there's new zones coming out. Get this add-on, man. It's so good. It's so good for questing. Alright, next, QUnit Frams. This is, when I came back to ROM, I don't know, I needed to change it up a bit. But this is why my frames look like this. This is QUnit Frams. I don't have it set for everything, but you can change what they look like. You can make profiles. You can activate certain ones and deactivate other ones. So let's see, for a player, I have this here. I don't have it for pet. Oh, maybe I do. I don't want it. But I'm not a warden, so what's the matter? Party. I can set up my party. I can scale them however I want. So let's see, 0.75. This 1.01. I'm usually in a raid though, so this never really matters to me. You can see their buffs if I wanted. So there's their buffs, but nope. I have target. Main reason I got the target is because I moved the default from up here to down here. There's target. I just find it necessary. I don't have any of the buffs on. It lets you show the debuffs, show HP and percentage. You could even turn off your portrait for targets or players. See, so no more portrait. I don't know. I just think it's nice to see what I'm looking at. Make sure I've got the right thing targeted. Same thing with target. I can turn off the portrait. No longer there, but if I don't memorize names, it's gonna like, oh, I'm attacking that mob. I think it's wrong. Maybe it's not. So that's what it is. QUnit Frams, that is. Repair Me is a very nice add-on, especially if you are farming an instance that doesn't have an NPC immediately outside of it. What it does is repairs your equipment based on these parameters. It'll even feed your pet for you. So, yep, you make sure it's in the right slot. So 1, 2, 3. This is the third slot for my pet. it'll use a goblin hammer, which is the master repair hammer. Or if you have regular hammers, it will use regular hammers. You can repair as golden hammers if you wanted to. It's an automatic repairer and pet feeder for if you died and you just need to do it really fast. I use it all the time when I die. Need to make a macro for it. If you download it, just read the description inside of the description of that add-on, and it'll tell you the macro you need to use in-game. And then all you do is put that macro on your bar, click that macro, and it will call the add-on to repair all your gear. Next add-on is probably one of the most niche add-ons out there. It's called ReStack. And it does what it says. If you have things in your backpack, so I would like just have shit in my backpack and it would take up too much space and I'd be full like 180. All I had to do, click this button, look, and it just stacks it up for me. It'll do that with every single thing in your backpack. If there's something that can be stacked, it will stack it. Save space, man. It's pretty good from a logistic standpoint. After that, scrutinizer. Scrutinizer is this thing down here. You can show damage done. Click on it. It shows all your skills, how much damage they've done. It's good for a self-log. It's good for seeing who needs help, where they need help. It's good for criticizing or ridiculing if you're that kind of person that you see damage taken. Like if you die in a boss, it'd be like, oh, what hit me for $300 million? Yeah, dollars, not damage, because they hit with dollars because they're strippers. Anyway, so ouch, that attack really hurts. We can find out what is killing us, do healing done, seeing what healers are doing their job, seeing if there's any other outside forces healing us or something. There's healing taken to see who got the most heals. I heal myself with Elven Herb, and that's it. And we can reset it per party. You can also use it as a DPS thing to see who's doing the best DPS. I pretty much recommend it for anybody who's doing any kind of running. Get Scrutinizer. Let you see how to maximize your DPS, or if you're even maximizing your DPS. Show it to other people and be like, hey, I only got 5 mil in this boss, what's wrong? Next add-on though is Simple Damage Log. That is what this incoming down here is for, at the bottom middle. As outgoing is for. So for each hit, boom. Outgoing, I did throw, I did that much damage to that character. Alright? And incoming, you can see down here, hunting arrow. Boom, that's how much damage was taken. It does have a menu. This is what mine looks like. I only show 7. I guess you can go up to as much as you want, but I figure I'm already using up tons of my screen space with all these add-ons, so I want to minimize it to what I like. And yeah, you can do set damage or don't show damage. It's pretty cool. You can even do filtering. I guess it's not activated yet, but anyway, you can set different filters. It's pretty cool. It's really nice for to see, like, say there is this one boss, and say you're slow, you can do full damage to the boss, but then the boss will cast a buff on itself, so it'll mitigate like all damage. Be like, hey, this hit for 100k, now it's hitting for 5k, what's going on? You'll notice, it's like immediately, it's right in your eye vision. So that's what Simple Damage Log is. Smart buff bars now. So called Smart BB. This is legit. What this is, for me at least, this is how I use it. I made it change so all of my buffs show up here at the top right. Boom. I'll make them show up so that the longest ones are at the top and the shortest ones are at the bottom. It's like unicorn will show up at the bottom. And there's also my debuffs, which are shown at the top left, right next to my buffs. And it'll also show, watch down here, like the middle of the screen. It'll show certain debuffs that I made it look for. So I have Midnight Ritual here. See, it shows Midnight Ritual here. But it also shows here, but with my smart buff bars, I make it show only specific debuffs. So when there's a bleed on the target, I see the bleed. Now I know that bleed is on the target. I can use low blow, go to my next wound attack. Easy stuff like that. So you can set it up to have individual filters per debuff or buff. You can basically do anything. So I wanted my target, I wanted a whitelist, and I want all of these things to show up with smart buff bars on the debuff position. So I go to target over here, and I make sure my filter is on whitelist so that it follows these orders. It will only show based off of those. We're almost done. We got stat links here, so really old add-on. I don't really use it much, but you see I have a Keeper of the Horror. See, if you didn't have this add-on and you tried to link it, it would say Mana Stone Tier 5 in the chat, but mine says Keeper of the Horror and it's still clickable and it'll show the stat. So it's good for if you're trying to sell them or advertise for them, wanting to sell Mana Stone Tier 5. Doesn't really appeal to the eye as much as wanting to sell Keeper of the Horror and it's clickable. Or if you have a friend that's saying like, hey, I want to sell these stats, they link them to you, and then all you have to do is relink them back to them, and it will give them the name of the stat they linked you, so it looks just as good as when it would just say the name in the chat for them, so they can sell it to people without people having to click on it. People are lazy, man. There's some people, like I linked wanting to sell Mana Stone Tier 5, no whispers, and then I relinked it with the name whispers. It's like, it can help sell things, right? Next thing is called Stat List. This is all the way on the right. You see my stats, it says Strength 322, Stamina 750. It summarizes everything on your gear. So it lets you see how good a piece of gear is, you know. On this piece I have 1500 dex. You can set the stat list up to show certain things on the thingamajig. Maybe this isn't, I don't think this is the right add-on. I think I'm thinking of a different add-on. Yeah, stat list shows all the stats. Let's see if I know the call for it. Oh, /stat list. Okay, forget about everything I said. That's for the next add-on. Okay, it says the simple search. It looks for 3 strings right now. The search is English only, but the mods can make it change. So example /stat list space strength stamina. It searches for stats based on. Okay, so what you do is type in /statlist space quotation mark, and then you can add in names of stats you can use, and in the chat log it will show you all the stats with those specific stats on it. But this seems outdated, because if you have character plan you can do that already through this, typing in like I'm looking for anything with stamina and HP, boom. So I wouldn't recommend this, and stat links, so stat list just isn't a good add-on if you have character plan. This add-on is what I was talking about, called stat rating. On the right side it says all my stats on the piece of gear. It's nice, it lets you see, I don't know, it just, I guess this also isn't necessary, but it's nice to see. Like all the stuff added up if you're doing like some kind of theory crafting or something on the fly. You have this, and it's pretty cool. You can also just like show your EP off, whatever. Next thing I have, it's called Tooltip IDs. My friend gave this to me. I don't know how long I've had it, but it was really nice because there's things I was hovering over, and I didn't know what to look for in the item preview, or like there's tickets I'm submitting and I need the exact ID. But the main thing I had on it is that I needed to have certain debuffs in my smart buff bar, and the IDs I didn't know what they were, and there's like 3 different bleeds in the game. There's one for like rogue, and then different rogue elites have different bleed IDs, so my bleed wasn't showing up in the list, but other people's bleeds work because they had elite support. This is a while ago, but anyway. So like for Midnight Ritual, I had to hover over it, and look, it shows the ID right down here. It's in the chat log, you can't see it, but it says Midnight Ritual ID : space, and it says the ID. So then all I had to do was remember the ID, go to interface setting, go to filter. Now all I have to do is type in that ID. That is the reason I have this add-on. It makes specific debuffs for the smart buff bars. It makes it perfect for that. It's a good combination. This add-on is called Ultimate Mail Mod. We're going to use portable mail. That's what it is. much bigger mail interface. You can automatically receive all mails. You can compose mails to, like, you can just click on people's names, hit it. Sending gold is faster because it puts a subject in for you. Mass sending items is nice. So I want to send all of these to myself. Send. It'll send all three. You can even cod them. Some gold. Hit send, and they'll all send. That's Ultimate Mail Mod. Also highly recommended. Here's something else called web links. Also recommended. I don't know. Just grab a link around here. Just get a Google link here. I'm lazy, I couldn't just type that in. So what it does is that you can't see it in the chat log, but in the chat log, here, I'll make it visible for a second. In the chat log, you can see that Google is a link right here. So you can see over here in the chat log. Oh, sorry, I just saw the icons in my mouth. We can actually. You can just click it, and a web page will be open. It's really nice. Like, who doesn't want that kind of ease? So that's exactly all it is. Get it? Everybody's gonna link stuff. It'll just make your shit easier. Next is called white count. This is very specific to Rogue Mage class, but this is just for math. This is basically for realizing white count. By the way, as I said, down here, number of hits and number of seconds. That's all it does. So it'll follow your white strikes. That's it. Look, I just did 2 hits in 0.05 seconds. 0.5 seconds actually. So that's 4 hits in a second, supposedly. Watch again. It's really good for realizing that middle of burn, because if you're hitting faster than a certain threshold, you want to start using combo throw, because 4 hits in 1.5 seconds, if you can get over 4 hits in 1.5 seconds by white striking, you want to white strike instead. And let's finish this class. Thank you. So that's all it's for. Very, very niche. Most other classes, if you're using it for other than Rogue Mage, it's just probably for theory. But I keep this so I know when it's okay to start using combo throw for more DPS instead of white striking. Next add-on is called Well Map. It lets you see instance maps. It's kind of like Instant Map Fix. You need 3 add-ons basically to make the instant maps work. That's Instant Maps Fix, Map Fix, Instant Map Fix, Wow Map, and Wow Map POI, which is the next add-on. This makes all 3 of those make instance maps work while you're in it, or clicking on it like this, let you see it, it makes it work. Alright. Next one is called X Minimap. This was just so I can move my minimap down with my target frame, get it out of the way. This is all it is. X Minimap is down here. You can change what your map looks like, you can move your map. That's what it says WoW map is. I guess that's how it is in WoW. What was I showing? Some kind of minimap drawn? Left click toggle so you can turn it on and off. Right click for minimap buttons so you can say what minimap button, like I want the battlefield interface, just right click on it and then boom, left click. That's what it looks like. Middle click to toggle world map or not, because my middle click is numpad 3 instead of middle click in ROM. Yeah, that's what it is. So in the settings window, I can change how it looks. If I could ever find out where it is. It's weird. Oh, it's in here. The frick? Okay, anyway. You can change how the minimap looks basically in the frame. You can change the size of it in the frame. You can change which buttons it shows. Like you can see my battlefield button shows not any of the other annoying buttons. So it's nice to be able to turn it off and have some extra space. And the last add-on I have is called ZAF Guild Sort. This is for one thing and one thing only. When you talk to a guild master, whatever, and you want to search through guild castles, it puts them on ABC order. So if you want to go to look for Pew Pew Kittens, instead of it all just being like a random number of guilds and like a random order, you can just scroll down to the P's and find a guild castle much easier. And that's all that was for. I forget why I had it. I was visiting different people's castles like 2 years ago in Artemis to see where their buildings were. They wouldn't have their castle closed, so I could write down where their forge is, I could write down where their stable is, and we could pinpoint as a guild where to strike first to take down what. It just helped them PvP. So those are all my add-ons. How long has this thing been? This has been a almost hour video of all of my add-ons, so if you stuck through it all, good job, trooper. Awesome. Those are all the add-ons I have, and thanks for watching. Subscribe, like this video. You know, leave comments. Just be a good person. That's all. Just be a good person in life, guys. Alright? If someone needs help, try to give them a hand. That's the message I'll leave you today. Thanks for watching.